G'day everyone, welcome to the Opal channel. Today we're going to get on again with some of this subscriber parcel, and we're going to do some carving. But first, I think I'd like to take some time and say thank you to nearly 1,000 of you who have subscribed. We're nearly at the 1,000, to which I'll start being able to live stream. I'm really impressed with the fact that I haven't been going about saying please subscribe or anything, and you've all chosen to subscribe, and that to me was pretty important starting this channel. So this signifies that you all chose to be here. You actually are interested in this, and to have accumulated 1,000 is, to me, I've never reached 1,000 people before in my life, so this is fantastic. I'm really loving all the interactions, positive comments, very encouraging, which is important. Knowing that you want to see this and that I should keep going, just sharing what I do. I'd like to also mention that, in amongst we all pretty much know Roy's Rocks, Black Opal Direct, Pulitzer Opal, NN Opals or Riley Gun, and there's another one I'd like to mention because I'm following him at the moment and I'm pretty keen to see what his future holds. So, Cuba PD Opal, how you going, mate? The potential for this young fella is astronomical, starting out at his age. If only I could have been at his age when I started doing what I'm doing here, and you would have seen the whole journey up till, whatever it turned out to be. So, the potential's just through the roof on how his channel will turn out. As he's young, he's starting out with it, he's doing a fantastic job with his cutting, and he's in the industry family wise, so he's got all the signs to be doing really well in the future, and I'm very keen to see how that goes. And I'd encourage anyone here, if you're obviously interested in Opal. I'm speaking with nearly 1,000 people that have chosen to subscribe to a Opal channel. So here's another one, Cuba PD Opal. Check him out. Some very nice Opal he has access to. So yeah, well done. And another quick thing I'd like to mention: if Andy Hopkins, if you're watching, you won the giveaway of the last giveaway, the Opal inlay pendant, and I haven't heard from you yet. I'd love to be able to send it to you. If you're able to maybe send me an email, theopalmills@gmail.com, and I'll get that out to you. So all that said, I think I better get on with this video and start doing some carving. So here's this piece. I'm sure from when I flashed it up on the video going through this parcel, everyone was like, yes, I want to see that. How does that turn out? I do. So I've held off for a bit and figured out which ones are going to need carving. So I've got a bunch of other ones here to do carving with. Here's the other bit I cleaned up and, looking through my camera here. This piece, I started cleaning up, but this wouldn't disappear, so I said I'll carve it. So we'll finish him off too. Nice colour in that. And this person's started doing a bit of carving, cleaning up, odd shape. So we'll call that carving, even though it's sort of pretty flat. We'll just neaten it up, prepare it for finishing off, and then there's a few more bits that you're not going to be able to cut a stone as such, so we'll see what the carving can reveal. It's a nice bath of green through it there. I'm not sure whether I should cut it through there and get it stone that way up with the potch back, but because the colour dips up this way, I'll just start down this end and see where it goes, I think. I picked a couple other bits that they're just going to need carving, just to finish them up. I'm not sure if that'll stay together very well. See what that mud does there. It's only a small piece, and this piece is a bit curved like that, so as that scoot, we could sort of lose that end, and the bar goes down thick enough this end that we could get a face maybe through there. But I'm going to attack it with the Dremel first to be sure. Otherwise we lose it forever. from cutting it wrong. So that's something I have an advantage of over some. If you're in an industry, you don't have time to mess around doing this. You've got to cut, make the pay the bills, get on with the next week, and keep running your business. So it's a lot of cherry picking in the high-end market, and a lot of some bits just therefore are overlooked. It's just, you think about the time it's going to cost to run the power to cut, pay the guy to cut it, and what you end up with to sell, is it gonna pay the bills? So a lot of this stuff won't pay their bills, so they just got no time for it, and it gets passed on. So bonus for us, for those who have time. This is the one I'm gonna see about that little dot. I reckon I've got a pretty cool idea for that. I like the Pac-Man look to that, so we'll see what we can do. But yeah, so, you know, sometimes you can get access to some really nice stuff that people don't have time for. They've made a lot of money off the, you know, as a bulk parcel. They've already made the most off what they're selling, and it's like anything that goes on sale in the shop sometimes. And that is, it's a sale. It's like, you know, whatever I can get for it, I'd be happy with, because it's all gravy. I've already made my big bucks on the bit better stones, and that's where you can pick up bargains if you're hunting around. And you buy up leftover parcels, and it might be, for those who have time, something worthwhile. This, I think, is a conglomeration of different parcels, so don't get me wrong, I'm not referring to this parcel and I'll check it out. You could get something like that, and, you know, I haven't even mentioned price, so don't get too excited, but that's one way to hunt for opal. Figure out what sellers are dealing in sort of decent amounts, where these are the considered leftovers for them, and then that's where you can probably pick up the bargains. Bug. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll get set up and we'll start. I'll probably start with this one, but we'll do them all. But the focus will be this one. Now this one has to get that sand out the face. There's a little spot right there that has to come out, and I don't want to lose the color, so we're going to start off with a 600, which is going to go very slowly through it. And now the other concern I have is, does this bar actually run from here all the way down to this one, or as it signifies, is this one sitting under it, which ducks away from it, which means this is on top, and will it continue as a full face, or will there be a step down to the bar under it? That'll be the question with this one. There's another bit of sand in it right there, so I'm just going to have to carve a couple of little divots in and figure out how to polish, because we've got no bar almost. I've got to be so careful. It'd be devastating if I can lose the color. That's awful. So we'll do the best we can, but I think it will turn out quite well. We'll see what we can get of all this stuff underneath afterwards. See if there's anything under there to face. Some colour poking through in patches, but I don't think there's any flat bars through there. But we'll see. That's sort of green there, but whether it joins up or whether it's blotchy of patches of potch. So yeah, I'll get set up and we'll start getting into it. So we've got our fine 600 grit sintered, so it won't do too much damage. It gives me time to slowly work that piece out without going through the colour, hopefully. Hopefully there's at least some bar left. Slight 1/2 mil. So yeah, here we go. Turn this light off. So what we're left with is it's a bit grey around the edges because it's thinning out and the colour's just not really there. So I'm having to bring it in. Sorry, quick interruption. So yeah, starting to lose colour around the edges where it starts getting thin. There's a bit of a bar you can sort of see left. It's just raised up there so I can get that polished safely. And that divot goes down. The colour does follow down there. It's just hard to get it to light up in all spots. It's almost gone through, I think. This edge got a bit, yeah, I have to deal with that chip there. But that bit of sand just went straight through. Sorry, around here. So I've brought that in. It's just going to reveal this bar down here. I have to change my bits and get a flat bit on and get that black flush up against that edge and reveal that hole there as a face. And there's a bit of colour popped up under here. It's not very strong. A bit of red there, a bit of multicolour there. But yeah, so that's the general shape this one's going to be with this as a centerpiece. In the back, there's not too much going on there, so it'll just get a nice tidy up and polish. And yeah, I'll deal with some of these edges. But yeah, there we go. See that there for a sec dry. Is that a crack? Nope. That's just the way the water was lying. Alright. So yeah, got to deal with that little chip there and smooth it out a bit and get some of the other bits done. And yeah, I'll come back in a bit. So I've swapped over heads. This is more of a right angle and viewed that way. So now I'll be able to get this bar under here revealed flush up with there. So hopefully that'll all go green in there. And then yeah, still got to deal with that chip. So I'll get on with this. Okay, so I swapped back, going back on with the 600. Alright, I think that'll do it. And I'm going to switch to paper after this, for this one. So, just turn this light off. Salvaging as much colour as I could. I'm pretty sure it's a really clean stone now. There's a couple of layers of colour. There's a nice green down there. Takes over when this one goes dull. Timing green, and then it goes into this one. So now the idea is, can we polish it without losing any more colour? So yeah, there we go. I'll get on and tidy some more up, and we'll get them all polished together. Alright, so here's what we're left with after I've attacked them with the Dremel. This one we're going to leave for now. There's actually a crack runs all the way through there, so that'll have to get dealt with. Sort of comes through and then back in on itself, unfortunately. So we'll put that one aside for now and focus on these ones. So this one kind of tied it up alright. Whatever colour's left. Had that big sandy patch in there, which is now gone. Colour on the back. But yeah, that's it all cleaned up. So we'll polish them in a minute. It's a bit of white opal. A little carving, be a nice little, well, you could set it in a pendant, I suppose, but even if it goes in a collection. Excuse me, I'll get to that one. This one's the one I tidied up a little bit. I've got the little mark out the face, so it'll hopefully polish up really nice. Nice black opal, that one. And a couple more black opals. Gorgeous. This one's, yeah, it's cleaned up really nice. And this one, it's got the white circle in the center, so I'm gonna, I was thinking about, yeah, something else, but I think I might just draw out the whole circle and inlay something in there, but I'll have to clean this up a bit better first. Might even do that on the wheel, we'll see. Yeah, so I might save that one for a bit later, as well as this one. This one sort of needs to have that taken off now. I don't think I'm going to get a stain out of this end, and that's some fantastic green. So we'll stick with this side, I think. And then there's this bit. So we'll get to untidy these up with the 400 to start with. I've pulled out, oops, I've knocked him over. So the sandpaper and the Dremel, and that will be, hopefully, I'm hoping, good enough to get in and tidy at least those tight joins up, where it goes a bit right angled in there rather than rounded, and hopefully we won't lose colour. So this one's had the 400. Still got its colour. Unfortunately, a little bit of sand spot there I can't do anything about, and I'm not going to go chasing it because I think I'd just lose that whole corner. I don't think that green keeps going back far enough proper. So that's the 400. And let's jump to the 8 and see if I've missed too much. Hopefully I can work on those with the grits as I go through and make them at least smaller. But yeah, really nice stone, this one. Fantastic colour. Okay, so that's the 800 done. Starting to get a bit of a look. Beautiful flash. So I'll keep going and I'll just keep flashing it up as I go through the grades until we're done. I've forgotten all about the other ones. Too focused on this. So we'll get to them. Some of them are going to be cut anyway on sticks. A couple other need to be carved, but since this was the focus, it took my focus, so yeah, we'll just stick with this one for now. Okay, so 1200 is done. So now the 1500. Okay, it's 1500. You'll slightly see a little bit improvement, but you'll see less and less. I'm just going to go to the 2000. And just wondering, imagine what that bar is underneath. It's got some nice green there, but gets down here, does something there. Bit of a mystery to this stone, a mysterious stone. But yeah, I'll keep going. Get the 2000 done. Alright, that's the 2000 done. I think you're seeing a bit of a difference now. It's almost polished. So we're going to get on and set up the cerium oxide top stick, or a Dremel stick. Anyway, yes. And I'll get the cerium oxide out. I'll clean this up, make sure all the grit's off it from the other grits. That's looking fantastic. I added a little layer of green down the bottom there and some highlights. So quite an interesting stone if you ask me. Love it. Okay, finally, here we go. Gorgeous flash. Just got that green down there. And those little highlight bits swirled in around opal cake. I'm going to put my fingerprints all over it. Fantastic. Now I'm seeing it too, it does look like there's a crack that runs through. I'll show you. Around there. It looks like it should be chipped at the surface, but I assure you it's not. I think it's just the layering of the opal colouring in there, because closer analysis is polished straight over, not a problem. There's no chip or crack there at all. But for some reason, I think it's just the way the layer is over the top of another layer. Don't know. But anyway, Still a beautiful stone. And it's the end of my day, so oh, there's that blue. Come back. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, end of my day, so I'll get to the other carvings in another video, I think. And I'll keep you updated. So I hope you enjoyed. Cheers.